Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, November 9th. Our active weather pattern continues for the next several days. In fact, we'll have two storms to deal with between today and the middle of next week, as well as two Arctic air outbreaks. The coldest air of the season so far arrives tonight in the Mid-Atlantic region, and another Arctic blast arrives on Tuesday night in the Mid-Atlantic region. Today we'll have to deal with a lot of moisture moving to the north and east from the southwest of here. Low pressure area number 1 affecting us later today. Maybe a couple of showers this morning in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City, but the steadiest and heaviest rain holds off until later this afternoon into the early evening hours. As that Arctic shot crosses the Great Lakes snow machine has been turned on. The blue here represents snow, and there's enough cold air in place for some snow in upstate Pennsylvania as well. But snow right now up across the Great Lakes region, and lots of rain pushing from the southwest to the northeast, right towards the Mid-Atlantic and northeastern part of the nation. Of course, this whole area has been quite saturated over the past several weeks, past several months. Any heavy rainfall later today, early tonight, could cause localized flooding anywhere along the I-95 corridor, given the already well-saturated grounds. Notice, no precipitation out here in the western U.S. This is the problem for California. It's been very dry lately, and it looks like it'll be dry for the next week to 10 days or so, and that unfortunately spells wildfire danger. And in fact, there are a couple raging right now across northern California, and also some now being reported in southern California. So wildfire season continues in California. Very dry out in the western U.S. over the next week to 10 days or so. Well, let's walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's 6C GFS model run. Low pressure over the Ohio Valley. Not much going on right now in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. The steadiest and heaviest rain will come this afternoon into the evening hours. Let's push ahead here in 6-hour increments. Again, the rain just pushing in for the most part during the midday and early afternoon. But then look what happens right in this time frame here. That's mid to late afternoon hours into the early evening. Heavy rain, really a soaking rainfall from D.C. north and east to New York City. So again, the steadiest and heaviest rain during this event comes later this afternoon into the early evening hours. All the blue here represents snow, and again, the Great Lakes snow machine is turned on. Remember, this time of the year, the waters of the Great Lakes are still relatively warm. When you get Arctic air flowing over warmer waters like this in November, you can have a decent Great Lakes snow event. That will take place not only with this first blast, but with the second blast during the early and middle part of next week. Let's keep moving forward here. By early tomorrow morning, the precipitation is off to the north and east. The winds will kick up late tonight. Stays windy throughout the day on Saturday. Much colder than normal for this time of the year. High temperatures in Philadelphia, for example, only in the lower 40s. We're supposed to be around 58, 59 degrees right now for highs in Philadelphia. New York City, also lower 40s, mid 40s at best in D.C. And again, a strong northwest wind will remain a factor throughout much of the day on Saturday. Then as we get into Saturday night, this is early Saturday night, and by late Saturday night, this high pressure area edges in, and by early Sunday morning, high pressure is sitting right on top of the region. This suggests to me that the winds will die down quite rapidly after sunset on Saturday evening, allowing for very good radiational cooling, and that will result in the first hard freeze in many spots in the suburban areas along the I-95 corridor, and even below freezing temperatures in the big cities, likely by Sunday morning. Again, this could be the first time in many spots with a hard freeze, several degrees below freezing by early Sunday morning. Sunday remains a cold day, but a much different day than Saturday, in that the winds will be quite light indeed, especially compared to Saturday. But again, temperatures way below normal, highs in the mid-40s in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, way below normal for this time of the year. And here we are by Sunday evening. Notice some moisture already starting to gather over the Gulf of Mexico. Let's move into Monday. this kind of explodes. Up to the north, we have the next Arctic blast over the northern plains by early Monday. And then this moisture starts to head to the north and east. We have the cold blast moving in from the north and west. A lot of moisture. Probably starts off the day with some sunshine in the I-95 corridor region, but clouds will thicken up. And by Monday night, rain moves into the I-95 corridor. The last thing we need really is another soaking rain event, but it's coming for Monday night and Tuesday. There'll be enough cold air in place for some snow in the far interior sections of the Mid-Atlantic region, higher elevation areas, but a very healthy storm here setting up for the Monday night, Tuesday time frame. Here we are by Tuesday morning, intensifying low pressure near the Mid-Atlantic coastline, cold enough for accumulating snow well inland in the western part of the Mid-Atlantic, the western part of the northeast U.S., and then this storm continues to intensify by late Tuesday. Cold air may change the rain to snow in parts of upstate Pennsylvania and probably not in the I-95 corridor region, but by Tuesday night, the winds will really kick up. I'm quite impressed with the pressure gradient forecast for this particular system. Expect some dramatic increase in winds come Tuesday night on the heels of this second storm system. Northwest winds usher in the next Arctic blast for late Tuesday night and Wednesday. Maybe a snow shower or two can work its way into the I-95 corridor. And here we are by late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Wednesday, a very cold day for this time of the year. Temperatures may be confined to the 30s in many spots of the I-95 corridor region on Wednesday, and those strong winds will continue throughout the day on Wednesday. Well, let's take a look at the 850 millibar temperature forecast maps from last night's 6Z GFS model run. We start off the day here on Friday, again with this boundary zone here. We have above normal conditions in the southeast U.S., way below normal conditions over the northern plains. This boundary zone here, this temperature gradient here, exactly where the precipitation is developing, low pressure is intensifying, and that precipitation headed to the north and east. Let's move forward in 6-hour increments. This is available at tropicaltidbits.com. By early tonight, cold air edging into the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region, still above normal in the lower part of the atmosphere, but down here at the surface, today is a below normal day, for no doubt about that. High temperatures only in the lower 50s, several degrees below normal where we live down at the ground level here. But again, this is a couple thousand feet up in the air. And then by overnight tonight, that Arctic blast number 1 pours into the Mid-Atlantic region. Wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be a feeling of winter in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, the winds will remain a factor on Saturday. They'll die down Saturday night, however, and Sunday still cold, but light winds. And here we go by late Sunday, a second blast of Arctic air showing up here over the northern plains. And again, we have this repeating situation with warmer than normal conditions to the south and east here come Monday afternoon. Colder than normal to the north and west. This temperature gradient area right here, this boundary zone where the next storm will develop. Lots of Gulf moisture flowing out of the north to the northeast on Monday, right towards the already waterlogged Mid-Atlantic region and northeast U.S. Let's keep moving forward. Here we go. The storm, mainly a Monday night and Tuesday event, mainly rain, if not completely rain, in the immediate I-95 corridor region. There can be some snow farther to the north and west in interior sections of the Mid-Atlantic and northeast U.S. And then by Tuesday night, once that storm passes, winds will intensify quite dramatically, I think, on Tuesday night out of the northwest, and winds will remain strong on Wednesday as well. And here we are by Wednesday morning, Arctic blast number 2. Fully entrenched by Wednesday in the Mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S., throughout the eastern half of the nation, basically. Now, let me end up by saying this is not the beginning of sustained winter cold. In fact, it looks like Thanksgiving week will see a noticeable warm-up across much of the nation. So while the next week or so will be well below normal, it's not the beginning of winter. We do have a warmer than normal spell coming up here later this month and perhaps even into December, starting Thanksgiving week. But for now, 2 Arctic blasts to deal with. The first this weekend, the second Tuesday night and Wednesday here in the eastern U.S., and 2 storm systems, especially focused on this afternoon and evening in the I-95 corridor region in terms of rain, and then another rain event Monday night and Tuesday. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.